Okay, there we go. Sorry.
No, you're good. Good to go? Okay, cool. Ooh, sorry guys. I'm at my mom's house, so she has 5 dogs. If they all start barking, she apologizes. She's sitting right next to me, but her dogs are crazy, just like my dogs, but they're out in the RV right now. So a little bit about me, and then you'll get into all the whole why my RV is parked in my mom's driveway right now. But my name is Courtney VanAuken. I've been doing this for 4 years on January 16th, which is crazy that it's coming up to 4 years. This is actually the longest job I've ever had. I always was a job hopper in my 20s, and like I was always got bored of things, honestly, like that, if I'm being transparent, and I would switch from career. Honestly, like I was in higher education at one point, then marketing analytics. I was in supply chain. Like I was all over the map with my career and what I wanted to do because I was never fulfilled, right? Like honestly, to be happy, like the key to happiness isn't just money. Like money makes things better, but money is just going to amplify who you are as a person. And if you're not feeling fulfilled, then you're still just not going to feel that way once you have the money that you want. So right now, guys, like if you're doing this business because you want to be debt free, you want to pay off bills, like that's how I started this as well. But you're going to also develop yourself as a person because you want to change the way you are now. You always want to be working towards the future, right? Becoming a better version of yourself, and the money is just going to amplify who you are. So this company has been that tool for me. So in the last 4 years, I started this, like I said, January 2017. I was working full time. I had 2 part-time jobs. I was getting my master's degree. I was like in the last semester. So definition of busy, that was me. Like I could have just said, there's no way I can do this. I'm just going to not even try. But instead, I knew that I wasn't fulfilled, right? I wasn't happy. So I wanted to change some things. I wanted that extra income to be able to travel more. Like my fiance and I, he was my boyfriend at the time, we just love to travel. Like we wanted to just experience cultures, like just get all over the map, honestly. And that came with a cost, right? Like there was a cost associated with wanting to go to Iceland or wanting to go to Barcelona, like see parts of the world that I've never seen before. And I usually put it on a credit card. So when I was 18, I opened up my first credit card, and then it was kind of something I always racked up since. I always wanted to live my life, right? And put it on a credit card and not worry about it until the age where I'm nearing 30, and I was like, oh crap, like now all this debt's piling up. My student loans piled up. Like I have a lot of money in student loan debt. And I realized that even with my career path, even with like moving up the corporate ladder, it would take me like 30 years to pay off the debt that I've accrued for my student loans. So I started a side gig, right? I picked this to do from my phone since I was able to do it from social media. We have that with us, right? If you are a full-time mom, if you are a full-time employee, if you're a student, you have your phone with you, right? That's the beauty of this. So you can fit it in bathroom breaks and lunch breaks after work, wake up early. And that's what I did. And I went Ruby in my first month and a half, went Emerald the month after that. I got comfortable with the Emerald paycheck because it let me stop those 2 part-time jobs that I had. And I had my full-time job and this, right? That was my income. I never actually thought that this income could replace my full-time income. It was kind of like my side income just for traveling and paying off debt, paying off credit cards. I never ever had that seed planted in my head that in a couple years I was going to get laid off from that corporate job that I was moving up, right? That was secure, that was not secure at all. And I had no idea that that was going to be happening. And I had no idea this was going to become my full-time income. I didn't even think past Emerald was possible for me. Right. And that's something I'm telling you right now. If you're brand new, if you've been in this for a little while, if you're not diamond yet, that should be your goal, because there's nothing different between you and me or anyone on here that's diamond and above from where you're at right now. And I think a lot of it has to do with your mindset. Like 80%, if someone said to me, you are going to go diamond, I would have told them no way. And I was comfortable with Emerald, right? Emerald's $900 average a month. So I was comfortable with that. I hit diamond that next year after I went to conference. So guys, conference, you have to go, especially this year. It's virtual. It's $89. That's like insane since I spent like hundreds of dollars to go and had to travel to Tampa. So you guys can go for 89 bucks and it's going to completely change your life. So that gave me that confidence that I was missing, that mindset that I was missing. It gave me that new skill set that I didn't even know I had inside of me. Like I had no idea what personal development was. I know like they say watch The Secret when you got started. I did not do that. until I went to conference. Like I did not do those things. I didn't listen to podcasts. I didn't journal. I just did not work on myself like that because I thought it was a waste of time. Right. Because I had no time in my day anyway. So why would I spend a half hour listening to a podcast? That was my mistake in my first year of this business. Like right away, I tell every new distributor that starts with me right now that you have to grow your mind to grow your bank account. Like you literally have to grow your mind to grow your bank account. There's no way you're going to add another zero if you're not developing yourself every day, right? You're not going to add another zero to your paycheck unless you are growing your mind, because growth within inside you then comes out to abundance around you. Okay. So that was where I made my mistake. And I'm telling you that now. So maybe you're newer, or if maybe you just are trying to rank up, go to that next level, you have to grow your mind first in order to get there. So conference did that for me. I went all in on personal development. I went diamond that next month. I went double diamond the month after that. And that completely changed everything, because that double diamond income, that was the same income as my corporate job. That was like literally, it was matching my corporate job income. So I replaced it at double diamond. And then a year after that, I went triple. And thankfully, I did this still while working my full-time job. I was at that moment where I hated going to work. Like I was late to go to work because I hated it so much. And then I would look at the clock and it would like not change from 3:00. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why is it not 5:00 yet? Like, I just want to leave this job. I hate it so much. And I would be excited to come home and get on my phone and get on my computer and talk to my team and work this business. And I'd stay up till like midnight, 1:00, 2:00 in the morning, and then wake up at 8:00. Well, let's be real. I was always late for work. So wake up at like 9:00 the next day and then do it all over again. But I was so excited to come home to do this. And I don't know what happened, but there was huge layoffs at my corporate job, and I was laid off. And I think it was kind of like, I would never have quit myself because I wanted to feel like that secure, thing for my full-time job. But at that time I was triple. So I had the income. It was there. I was fine to be able to do this business. Being laid off gave me that like permission to burn my ships. And I went full force into this business. And in that moment, it was June 2019. And my fiance and I, we like made dream boards together. We're talking about things that we wanted to work on. And I said, within a year from now, we are going to buy an RV. We're going to go presidential. We're going to start a family, like all these things. Start a family as in get engaged, put a ring on my finger. Thank you for doing that. He's sitting right next to me too. And then it was all on my dream board of like things that I wanted. And June 2020, we went presidential. We got engaged. We bought a motorhome, and we just sold our house in October. We have now for 2 months been traveling full time in our RV. And this has been all because I decided that year that I went to conference to work on myself. Like, how crazy is that, right? You guys have the company, you have the products. Mark's giving you hint, hint bonuses and things coming out this week. You're going to have all these like these drives to get you there. And you're going to have this like basis that it's your tool to get you there, but you have to actually drive the ship, right? You actually have to steer in the direction that you want. That's going to start with your vision. I know a lot of you have been doing like vision boards and things like that. I saw Kenzie's Facebook. So I saw that she was like creating her vision for 2021. So that's perfect, because you have to know what you want. And I put that on a vision board, what I wanted. And then every single day I wrote it in this journal right here. Like, it's so crazy to look back at things I wrote. Like, I'm going to retire my boyfriend at the time. I'm going to retire my boyfriend. I'm going to be a full-time traveler. Like, I'm going to buy an RV, like things I wrote down every day of what I wanted. And I got so clear on it that my actions followed suit. So do the same thing. What do you want for 2021? Like, do you want to pay off debt? Do you want to quit your job? Do you want to be laid off? You don't want to do that, but quit on your own terms. And what do you want? Do you want to retire a spouse? Do you want to travel? Do you want to buy an RV and come travel with me and Sabrina on the road? Because she's on here right now and she's doing it too. She's on my team, and we made the decision to do it together. And now we've been traveling together, and it's awesome. Like, I'm at home for the holidays with my mom right now, and she's a diamond on my team, right? My mom just said yes to this business because of me. So you guys have that power to literally not just change your life, but change other people's lives around you. So that's where we're at right now. Presidential, going ambassador in 2021. You can do anything. You have that vision. And I actually wrote that down from church today. So church is a big part of like our personal development and whatever you believe in, like find something that works for you, podcasts, audiobooks. But we've been doing church every Sunday, and I take Sabbath now, like Saturday afternoon to Sunday afternoon, and just pour into myself like hardcore. And I bring that back. So today when I was like, okay, I'm going to be on this Zoom tonight, I wrote down all these notes to be able to take things that I learned today, because I feel like it's a higher power that was speaking to me to talk to you guys, right? Like it was just something that like I was meant to hear today. And we heard, what was it, on that live on church? We heard something. Then I read a book after, and it was the same exact thing after. Remember about the steak and the bones? So this was so cool. It was funny, but it's cool. It's Nicole Crank's book, Goal Getters. And then I watched her like the sermon on Faith Church. But they were talking about that if you think of a dog, right? And a dog, do dogs love bones, right? Like just think of what dogs love, right? Do they love bones? You would say, yeah. But honestly, if you put a steak in front of them, they would want the steak 10 times more than they would ever want that bone, right? They want the big steak. But so many times in our life, we settle for the bones because we don't think we're worth getting the steak, right? Like we are people that are like, we set dreams that are like just small enough to reach. But I'm giving you guys the permission, and with this company, with these products, like what we have here, you have the permission to dream for that steak. Like you need to set your goals so high that it makes you be like, holy crap, how the heck's that going to happen? How did I know like I would ever go presidential? From triple to presidential, it's like a 65,000 volume difference. How did I ever think I would get there? Me right now, how the heck am I going to get 250 for ambassador, right? But I just know if I am doing the things I should be doing every day, and I'm helping the people on my team, and I'm being consistent. That was a huge key throughout the 4 years of my business. You have to work up every day despite how you feel, right? You do not determine your future success based on your temporary feelings. You could, if I woke up like today, for instance, if I woke up and I didn't even want to work out, and I did it for the first time in like months, and it was fun. And then tonight I had a headache, and I'm like, how the heck am I going to talk on this Zoom? Like I feel like crap. But guys, no matter what, even if I feel like crap, even if I'm tired, I show up for everything. Like I'm showing up for my business every day. I'm showing up for my team. I'm showing up for my new distributors. I'm showing up for you guys who I don't even really know. You know what I mean? Like I'm always going to commit. If I'm committed to something, I stay committed. And that's a huge thing that separates someone from going top 1% of the company. Because so many people, if they hear no, they hear not right now, they get discouraged and they just stop. And that's the worst thing you can do, especially since the last couple of months, I'm sure has been a little slower, right? Than we were used to in the beginning of the year with New Year's resolutions and everything like that. But people who are committed right now through this season, when it's a little slower and you're working your business, you're showing up every day, that's when you're going to promote in January, February, March, April, because you did the work now when you know it was hard and you know you weren't getting the results that you wanted. You're still planting the seeds. Exactly, Sabrina. Thank you. Sorry, I know I went a little off course.
No, that was perfect. And then one of the questions that I was going to ask you, because you were like talking about setting the dream, you know, like setting your vision and like just something that has to be like so big and all like this, you know, not settling for the bones and going for the steak. And then I was thinking, I'm like, what about the people? What do we say to the people who have put those big audacious dreams out there and then they've missed them over and over and over again? Like, what would you say? But then you kind of backed it up with your second response of saying like, well, I know that I'm being consistent. I know that I'm doing the work. I know that I'm doing, you know, not showing up. I wrote it down, not working based on my temporary feelings. And that's just it. So if you're missing that mark, then you just gotta like, okay, we'll go reevaluate. Are you doing the things? Are you showing up? Are you being consistent? Are you doing the KPIs or whatever, you know, that each of us do for our business and stuff like that? And so at the end of the day, that's probably the only reason why you're not, you know, getting to where you want to be and stuff like that. But setting those big things, because I know some people are and I've been there myself too, of like, well, I've set this goal and I've been having this goal and I keep missing it. And here it is this again, and it's 2021 and I'm setting that same kind of goal. And it's like, well, what? And then, but at the end of the day, like pretty much the only thing that you can say is like, well, just reevaluate your actions kind of. I mean, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and exactly. And like timing's God's timing's perfect. Whatever you believe in, right? The timing is going to be there when it's supposed to be there. Like if I went presidential in the months before that I was so close, like so close. Like I always thought about that. Like I cried right for a moment. You guys can cry, like let your feelings out. You're not like a robot. You're a human. You have emotions, you have feelings. You can be upset that you missed that goal, but that's not just going to be like, okay, then I guess it's not happening. And then you just don't do anything. Guess what? It's never going to get you where you want to be if you just give up and you start going backwards, right? If you want to get to somewhere different, even if it didn't happen in the moment that you want it, right? The only way to fail at it is to just not do anything. And a lot of people do that. Like they shiver up into a ball and they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't hit my promotion. I didn't hit the rank that I wanted. And then they go into a zombie mode, right? Like where you're just not doing anything. And I think a lot of that, like I've been learning a lot about that lately, because that's something that was one of my limiting beliefs, like feeling worthy, things that I've gone through a lot this year, honestly. And I think a lot of it comes like when you don't feel worthy, you self-sabotage, right? Like no matter what, you want to be the one that's going to disappoint yourself, right? You don't want like someone else to be in control of that. So when you're like, well, I mean, I didn't go presidential because like I didn't work for those last 3 weeks. So it makes sense. You know, like it's something in your head. You're like, okay, now it's fine. Now it's okay because I know that I did it to myself. No, that's not okay. Like I think it was Rachel Hollis that said it in one of her books. Like if you hit the snooze button when you wake up in the morning, if you're one of those people, you're the person that you really have to pour into yourself even more, because you're going to break a promise to yourself right away before you even start your day by hitting that snooze button. You said you were going to wake up at 8 a.m. and you hit the snooze until 9:30. Guilty, but I'm working on it. You are already breaking a promise to yourself. So at the end of the day, when you still haven't got your 10 host posts up, or you still haven't made a TikTok or whatever like that, like you won't do it, right? Some people just like, whatever, I won't do it today. That's the number one thing that will lead you to failure is yourself. So stop self-sabotaging.
Yes, that was so good. I've never heard it said the way that you just said that, when you were like, sometimes you have to set it up to be that you're the one to blame. Yeah. Because you don't want to have someone else in control of the situation. I've never heard it said like that. And that was like, oh, woo, that hit me. Okay. So, okay. I don't even know what question I want to go to next, because we have a lot. I'm like, I want to know all the things. So, one of them is obviously, I mean, we do a Zoom every Sunday. This technically is our last Sunday night team Zoom of 2020. I think it was perfect to have you on. And, you know, just going in, we're ending a year at the same time, starting a new one. And then Mark is also like starting us early, like putting conference early, like all of this stuff is happening like right here in 2 seconds. And, I know that everybody's talking about like, be prepared, have systems in place. You want to know everything ready to go. So that way, when he announces, we're just ready to run. Everything is like locked and loaded. We're ready to go. And so what would you say to somebody who you're like, all right, listen, he's coming out on the 29th. This is what you need to make sure that you have prepared.
Yeah. Well, I have I kind of have an inside scoop of things that are coming out even at conference, because I got selected to try products and things like that. So I can't say anything. I signed a non-disclosure agreement, but what I'm saying is what I can. And I know that this is going to be so powerful for you guys in the next month of your business. If you are willing to go all in, it will be the best year of your life. I promise you. Think back. I don't know if a lot of you were on here when we came out with Keto Coffee and it like exploded all of our businesses. And it's going to be like that. So if you are willing to let this momentum bring you to where you want to be, you will get there. I promise you, but you have to be willing. And that's like a huge part of it. People ask all the time, what's the secret message? What's the secret this? What's the secret that to like be successful? I have a girl on the team who just went executive tonight, and she's getting messages left and right saying like, how did you go executive in your first month? Like, how did you do that? Like, what's your secret? And she's like, honestly, I just work and I stay consistent. Like, I just work. She's only a month in. She said that to me. I was like, yeah, that's it. That's the secret sauce. So this week, as you're preparing for your new year, you need to just be so solidified in what you want, and then you'll do the work that will follow it. So for me, my seasons change, right? Like we're honestly like in every week, we're like in a new place right now. So it's different. So for me, like I had to adjust to this new lifestyle, and I had to figure out when I would be working my business, what I need to do, right? Set a non-negotiable. So when I wake up in the morning, before we could go hike in the Smoky Mountains, I know that I need to get 10 host posts up, right? So Sabrina and me and Brett are like doing this together. So we'll be like, all right, what do we got to get done first before we can go have fun? So that's like a huge thing for you guys. You have to set those small wins and those rewards, and that's going to take you to that next level. Because in that moment, if you're like, let me sit down and get 5 Hostess posts up, then I'm going to go eat dinner and then I'm going to go work out, like whatever that fun is, that reward is for you, do that, right? And then you'll actually do it. You need to make sure that you're setting those small goals in order to get that big goal that you want. And that was different. Like when I first started, I was really busy. So I would wake up. I mean, like I said, I was always late for work, so I wouldn't really wake up early to do my business. I would do it on bathroom breaks. So that would be like sending messages out while I was in the bathroom. My lunch break, I utilize it to work. So just find the time for you. You don't have to have a strict schedule. I know there's a lot of moms on the team that are like, I just can't find an hour to do a power hour and work. Like I'm always all over the place. And for Thanksgiving, we spent Thanksgiving at Jade's house, and we got to see firsthand how like a top 10 income earner has 3 kids that are screaming and like running all over the place. And then she's still enrolling every day, right? We already have a benchmark of success. It's enrolling, and it's shown in our e-suite, right? So enrolling customers and enrolling distributors, that's how we're paid. So if you don't know if you're like, am I doing well right now? If you're not enrolling, then you just need to switch your levels, switch what your non-negotiables are, okay? If you're sending 10 messages and you're like, I'm not getting anything, you need to send 100, right? You just need to adjust your benchmarks. So the same thing with us when we're traveling right now full time. If I'm not enrolling, then I know I need to do something differently. So just audit yourself. Like pick a day, maybe Sunday, that you go back and look at how many enrollments you had that week or how many names you have on your calendar for the future. And you can really quickly self-audit what you're doing. And then you'll start doing the things that matter instead of scrolling, right? Scrolling is like the enemy, guys. Do not get caught in the TikTok scroll, which I know it's like very easy to do on TikTok for sure. You guys have to realize when you go on platforms like that you're the creator, right? You're the content creator. So the reason you're on a platform like TikTok right now, or Reels or things like that you're using to make those videos for promotion, is because you're creating content to push out to masses. You're not being the consumer. That is not your role there. If you want to have that as your small win, like I'm going to make 3 awesome TikToks and I'm going to give myself 15 minutes of scroll time, do that. Like just make sure you are prioritizing what's most important for your success.
I love that you just said that you are remembering that we're the creator.
Yep.
Like I always try to tell my team, even with like Facebook or Instagram, even like with interacting, like it's important that you are like, you're not just scrolling to scroll anymore. You are scrolling with intention, not intention of like sneaky intention, but like intention of building your business, intention of building relationships when you're scrolling, like, or putting out whatever. But I never heard it said like that either. Remember that you're the creator, not the consumer. I love that. So okay, so with what are some things that you're doing to, well, I guess let me ask this question first. What are some of the systems that you have set up for your brand new distributors to just like get them started? Like, I mean, I'm sure that you have some, have tried it multiple ways, I'm sure as well, but and sometimes that changes for us, I know. And that's like one of the top questions that we all ask, like, what do you do to your newbie started? But like, what are you doing that's working for you right now?
I love when you asked that and you said like you definitely have tried different things, because everyone on my team like laughed, like, yeah, we've done a lot of things in 4 years of trying, like for real, like so many different things to get people started, right? And I honestly think like, I really think like that's something that I definitely overthought for a long time. Like I'm like, I need the perfect way to help someone start, or they're just gonna quit, right? Or they're just gonna like whatever, give up on themselves. And I've noticed that if I just go, I think it's kind of like a mindset thing too there. Like I just need to go into every new distributor with, if they want this, like this will be successful for them. Like they have to want this, right? So right off the bat, we have to like let them know that you're going to be there for them no matter what. And I've jokingly been saying to people, which there's some new people on here, which is funny. But I've jokingly been saying to them, like, the only way you won't be successful in this business is if you block me or you just never answer me. Like that's it. Honestly, you have to use me as a resource. So you need to send me screenshots. You need to blow my phone up. I give them the permission right away. In their first day, I give them the permission to blow my phone up, because I would love to wake up to every new distributor sending me a message with a screenshot and asking help. Like I think that's always the disconnect, that people are afraid or they feel discouraged and they didn't even tell me that they feel discouraged. And then that's when people quit. Right. Because they rather just be like, I'm not going to answer this girl ever again, never drop off the face of the earth, even though you spent $99. I don't understand it. But I have noticed by me giving them the permission and telling them like, I'm here for you no matter what. And I've gotten no's and I've gotten not yet's and I've gotten like all the kinds of comments that it makes them feel a little more comfortable. And thankfully, process wise, Jade has put together like a units tab on our team page. So there's 10 days of units and each day gives them something to do. So like day one, they get their first post, which is like a testers needed about Thermophyte X. And that's like always such a great status, honestly, for people that are brand new, especially because people want to try the metabolism booster, right? And then when in that first day, there's like 6 sections and one of them talks to them right away about host to post, right? Like, so it tells them how to expand their network, how to ask their friends and family to post for them. So they're not asking their friends and family to buy from them. So we do that. And then day 2 goes into like posting and how they post every day, get on their stories, things like that. And it goes all the way through 10 days, ending with how to go Ruby, like how to go Ruby, how to like do all the things. So that's really, really, really been great. Like I said, we've tried a lot of different things and that's been so far in the last couple of months, that's been like the best thing we've had. And then Sabrina and I started a couple weeks ago now, a workshop. So on Tuesday nights, we do a customer enrolling workshop and then we do a distributor enrolling workshop. So once a week on Tuesday nights, we know like on Mondays, we send out a mass email to our like fast starts, cabs, anyone cab to us, things like that, and let them know that there's the workshop this week. And then they can come on it. And we literally, we break it down so simple to the point we give them a giveaway who's supposed to put up. We share our screen, we show them the website, we show them the shopping cart, how to enroll. Like the first hour doing customer enrolling, it's to get your first 6. So we just do that same thing now. This will be the third week that we've done it. And we've been doing it every Tuesday and we just made this up, guys, like fresh, but it's been working and people are getting their customers and we're stressing the importance of getting it by Friday. So like on that Tuesday, we like, if you guys want to get your 6 customers by Friday, this is what you need to do. And then I'm like, I end it with like, who's an overachiever? Like who wants to do more and like go to the next level? Then let's message friends and family. Let's go to Instagram and message people on Instagram. Like I'm giving them different ways that they can build their business so they realize it's not just host to post or it's not just posting about Thermophyte X, things like that. But that's been, I would say that's like the best thing we've done so far for new distributors. And then having the mindset that they're going to go diamond, right? For you being the person that enrolls them, if you're like, how do I help this person go diamond? Like, how do I train them to be a diamond? I feel like everyone learns differently. But if you think that way with every distributor you enroll, you're going to be able to tweak the way you train, right? Based on that person. You're not just going to be like, well, they didn't post the status, so I'm not going to talk to them anymore. No, you're going to be like, I know you're busy, but like, here's something that you can do in the gaps of your day. And you just like help them as if they're going to be your future diamond.
Okay, cool. I love that. So when you are, I guess this kind of applies to new distributors, but then also to, you know, the groups of team that are like executive Ruby Emerald and then like diamond and above or whatever. For when you are like coaching people and stuff like that. So what are do you have some like go-to things that you use, whether it's like certain things that you say or certain questions that you ask them to like hold people accountable, like especially the ones that are coming to you and saying, I guess this would be like people that have been in the business for a little bit. So these are people that have probably came to you and be like, yes, I do want accountability and all of this stuff, which at the end of the day, we all know that only ourselves can hold ourselves accountable the most. But, and even with those new distributors as well, I mean, I guess you kind of said that by like saying, even though I know that you're busy, but this is how you can still, you know, and you're giving them some things as well to like kind of let them know how, but, you know, did my question just make sense?
No,
I
you got it. No, I got it. I totally got it.
Okay.
So using like the Connect app is like a lifesaver for keeping track of like every distributor, honestly. So if you don't know, if you go into the It Works Connect app, you can click the plus sign at the bottom and hit view like contacts and you can create a group. So like I create December 2020 Future Diamonds. I have it all the way back. I started doing this, I think, like in June or May of this year. So I have all of the distributors that I enroll in the folder, and then I'll mass text them, right? I'll mass text like in 2 seconds every distributor I've enrolled since like July. And for Christmas, I honestly just said Merry Christmas, right? Like I just wanted to see if some people that stopped responding to me, like even would respond to that, honestly, because I can't force anyone to work. They have to want it from themselves. And I know if they answered my Merry Christmas text, right, then I can be like, hey, like, where are you at with this? And like, hey, what are you doing with that? So I know that they're there. As far as accountability with people that have been on the team, we started doing, actually, I totally forgot to do it yesterday. Diamond Saturday. Oh, no. It was Saturday yesterday. Well, anyway, besides yesterday, which I'm looking at some of my diamonds on here, we started doing Saturday diamond calls. So we like have been getting together and like having coffee and putting stuff on our stories about the coffee that we're drinking, and then also talking and like just like honestly doing this, like coming up with ideas of how to train people better, how to talk to people on our team, calling people out on our team that are doing well. Thursday nights we do a powwow. So we have newbies that are killing it come on and talk and share their story. And that's been something that we've done since May of this year. I think it was like May, and it's been so great for our team. Like we love it. That's a huge thing to keep people accountable, because everyone knows on Thursdays we have a team get together. And then once they're there and they hear a new distributor who just went like executive in a couple weeks, or I don't know, someone who signed up like 10 distributors in their first month, like you hear stories like this and you're like, oh my gosh, I can do this too, right? Even if you have been doing this for a year or a couple years. So we hear their stories, then they give us enrollment tips. So that's something we've been doing now every Thursday. And then we start it because honestly, this came down from Jade too. A couple months ago, she started this accountability chat on Telegram where she would send people things to do every day, and they would be able to win a prize. So something like that, like something motivated by people who like to be motivated by recognition. We've been doing that on Telegram as well. We have like a chat for December. And what we do is just like go in there and talk to each other and see what's working, who's got their host posts up, and just like pumping each other up.
Yes, that's all right. I just thought of another question, but somebody pulled right up next to me. Made me forget my question. But so, okay. So the diamond and above the calls as something that I know that I need to start getting back doing. Cause I know when I was before I was going diamond and after I went diamond, like that was a thing that I was excited to be a part of, because I knew that those things were happening. Like, and I'm like, I'm excited that I get to be a part of that now. And you know what I mean? And then after going diamond and above and double and everything, like you got to be involved in a different way. But those are so good. And that's something that I've honestly kind of not shied away from, but stopped doing. And I don't know why. So I need to start doing that. So if anybody else has any questions, you guys can put them in the chat as well to make sure to see if we can get to some of those too. But what would you say to somebody who, because obviously we've had a lot of new distributors enroll, even just in a short amount of time, for the $39 promo. So say you have like a new distributor who got in with the $39 and now the kits are $99, obviously, which is still a steal, you guys. It's an incredible opportunity at $99. But someone coming in, they would be like, okay, like, how do I present? Like, what would you tell people who are like, I got in for 39, like, how do I, sign people up for 99 if somebody was coming in and they were just kind of like lacking that confidence a little bit?
Yeah. What did you say? Brett's like saying stuff. I just always tell him he should just come on the Zooms and talk with me, but he's too nervous to do that. But anyway, he's telling me things to say to you guys, which is crazy, since when I started this business, he didn't want me to work it at all or want me to be on my phone at all. I know that's just another story, because I know some people have struggled with that too, with their spouse being like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you on your phone? And then you have someone who's like now telling me things to say on a Zoom, which is crazy. So
no,
what'd you say?
That's actually another good thing that you brought that up, because I know that I've had And like you said, a lot of people have kind of struggled with that, where like the spouses are like,
Yeah.
like you are like always working, or you're like plugged in, or you're even just the fact of us being excited about something and we're pouring more and more into it. And then they're like, what are you doing? Like, you're always doing that. And whether it is that you're not, the money hasn't came yet, or the comment hasn't came yet, or even after that, sometimes they're kind of like, you know, like, hey, hi, like, you know what I mean? Like if you're, if, you know, and my best tip on that is usually communication. But what would you guys, or even him, like, what would be the advice for that?
Come over here.
We just might call you out.
He's like laughing over in the corner. But yeah, we actually talked about this because we were trying to like help people on our team that were struggling with the same thing. We said, like, you literally said, plug them into a Zoom.
Invite them to the family call. Like,
Yeah.
if you're watching it, invite them over with you. Like, hey,
I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he said basically when the family call is going on or the Zooms, are you really going to come sit here? No way. This is going to be a first. Oh man, I'm so excited. Oh no, the dogs are really excited too. This is Brett.
Hi, guys.
He broke his collarbone.
Jackson,
Don't
stop.
worry, not from driving the RV, from running around with our dog.
So the one thing I would definitely recommend, if you're watching the family call, invite them over. Just let them like see what the company's all about. Because I was kind of, you know, a little bit negligent about it. I didn't know Mark, I didn't know Cindy, I didn't know Cammie. Like,
Yeah.
Once I started seeing them and like what the company's all about, I started seeing like the bigger picture of everything.
Karen's cheering you on over
Hey,
there.
Karen.
He's like, hey, homie.
And even like so for the powwows too, I started watching them with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Like I started like just being, when I started plugging myself in, that's when I started to see the bigger picture of everything, and I started to, you know, appreciate it a little bit.
Yeah. And I think that's a huge thing because like, even like, I feel like any Zoom, right? Like if you had your spouse listening with you to this Zoom, right? Like maybe like just even hearing Brett speak for 2 seconds will still like give them the encouragement, like, oh, wow. Okay. Like I'll lay off you. Right. And I think a big tip for that is if they're like actually saying crap to you every day, and it makes you feel guilty about working from your phone, you have to literally say to them, I care about you and I love you and this is important to me.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything nice to say about it, honestly, just don't say it.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's a thing. You have to actually have, like you said, open lines of communication to actually tell them that this is a non-negotiable. This is like important for your life and you're trying to help them as well.
Yeah.
Right. Like Brett quit his job this year, in March, right? March? I don't know. Earlier this year, April. Yeah. Anyway, he quit his job earlier this year and now does the business full time with me.
Yep.
So someone who went from making fun of me for being on my phone, right, and being upset about it, honestly, to now working it with me is like, I'm giving you guys.
Yeah, Kim, exactly what you just said.
You need to believe in me. Yeah.
But you do need to believe in me. If they
Yeah.
truly care about you, then they're gonna understand that like this is something that you care about, and that should be all that matters.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter like, oh, they're on your phone, you're on your phone. If they care about you, that's it.
Yeah.
They
Mom,
they
you're
shouldn't-
listening to this advice too.
I feel like Pam has said that, Kim, like that's what I hear Pam saying, that like you don't have to believe in the business, but can you just believe in me? Like, can you just believe in me? And that is so important. Like open lines of communication, making sure that we are intentional when we are plugging into the business. And like you said, like plugging them into things, because we talk about that all the time, like about having like plugging our potentials, like having that third party tool of like plugging potentials into events or opportunity calls and things. It's so that they can hear the vision from somebody else. And I never thought about that too, like having your spouse catch the vision from some, like they hear it from you, yeah, but like when they hear it from, like you just said, like talking about hearing from Mark and all of them, or even the powwows, like, yeah, that is so true.
Yeah, it's edification. Like you just said the same exact thing. Like when your potential customer, your potential distributor hears it from somebody else, then it edifies what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, wow, she's being honest with me. Like
same
she's
message but from
yeah.
a different person.
Yeah, exactly. So like everyone has on here their favorite podcast person or their favorite audiobook, their favorite, whatever it is, favorite movie, honestly. Like you just have that thing that speaks to you and it may not be the same for everybody else. So if yes, someone that loves you might honestly just be blind because they see you for who you've always been and not who you're becoming.
Yeah.
And if they're not growing with you, they're going to be upset when you're growing.
They're gonna feel threatened that
Yeah.
you're gonna leave them behind.
Yeah. So that was a big thing for us. Like we had like ups and downs, honestly, in our relationship. And if the thing that changed, the thing that like made us a solid couple now, and like the thing that made us now business partners, is because we grew together.
Yep.
So personal development not only like gave me that push to believe I could go diamond, but it gave me my fiance. So like you guys need to make sure every day that you are growing, not just for yourself, but like you're filling that cup up to overflow to everyone around you, and it's going to rub off onto them.
Yep.
What do we do together? So we take Sabbath now together. That's like been a 5 week thing. It's hard for me to unplug, but we're doing it. And we go to church now together, and
every Sunday morning.
Yeah, we listen to podcasts. We read books together.
Yeah.
So different things like that. So just find something that you
like-
guys can do instead of Netflix, right? Like instead of, I mean, you can go on Netflix and watch like The Secret together, but you don't want to be on there like
Yeah.
watching New Girl all night long instead of
Tony Robbins documentary.
Oh
Or,
yeah.
I'm Not Your Guru.
Not Your Guru on Netflix is a really great one to watch with your significant
Yeah.
other, with Tony Robbins.
You'll cry within the first 5 minutes.
And then you said Soul was really good last night.
Soul was awesome.
So
The new
Soul, that Disney movie that came out. Yeah, he watched
was
it. I fell
great.
asleep, but I heard it was awesome. But yeah, just do something together, right? Like do something together, find that thing that you can do together that's not just mindless TV, like it's actually growing your mind together. And I did totally skip over the question you asked earlier though, so I'm so sorry about that, but it was about the kit, right?
Yeah.
I think so, but it's okay. Like this is authentic. I appreciate you getting on and sharing with us, even if this was your first time. We appreciate you. That was awesome. I know that there was probably several people that needed to hear what you had to say, so we appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
And I definitely wrote that down. You said Not Your Guru by Tony Robbins on Netflix.
Yeah, so we did the Tony Robbins conference together. So that was like,
Ooh.
that was awesome. That was probably like the best thing. We did Rachel Hollis's business conference last year in Charleston. That was like our first like conference business wise together and like self-development. And then the Tony Robbins one was online, and the next one I think is in February. So if you guys look into it, it's called Unleash the Power Within. And it's intense training. We literally had 13-hour days, 14-hour days. 4 13-hour days. Yeah, it was intense, but it was something that will forever like impact us. And a lot of us did it here together. So you guys it's online. So you guys can get like your team together and do it all together on a Zoom or something. They're on a Zoom. So you have to do it on like a Google Hangouts and then share your Zoom screen. That's what we don't tell anyone that, but that's what we ended up doing. And it was really, really good for us to like just learn in that way together too.
That is awesome. Yeah. Tony Robbins is like, it's insane. Even just listening to the free stuff on YouTube, you guys, like that's going to make you want to attend what she's talking about right now, because it's so good. So, the question was $39.99. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, she just wrote it in the chat too. Okay, cool. So first of all, before I go into that, real quick, Tony Robbins on YouTube, look up priming exercise. It's 10 minutes, and it's something you can do every morning to get your mindset right. It literally helps you like manifest the things that you want and the things that you want to keep recreating. So we've been doing that. I mean, honestly, we haven't really since the conference, we didn't do it that much, but it's something we keep saying we want to do every day. So we'll commit to doing that starting tomorrow. Okay. But priming exercise is really, really, really good. About the kits. Okay. So it's totally a mindset thing. So like when I started this business, I paid $99, right? Like I would never, ever go back and be like, I can't believe I spent that $99 that you're probably spending at Target, or someone's probably spending at like a night out the bar or on dinner, right? Like we spent $99 last night when we went out to eat, honestly. So it's totally a mindset thing. So you guys, if you are in that mindset where you join with $39 and you don't think you can sign someone else up for $99 because you just paid $39, that's just something that you're going to manifest if you let it, right? Like you don't want that to be a manifestation that comes out of your head. Like your thoughts control your actions, like I was saying in the beginning of this Zoom. So if you want to have the right life, right, the right lifestyle, it starts with the right thinking, right? It always starts with our thoughts. And I wish I had we talked about that today. Literally everything ties together. I love it.
Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right.
Yes, exactly. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. And if you want to have a different lifestyle, it's all about your perspective. And if you start thinking different, you're going to become different, right? So whatever you sow, you reap. All these things. Sorry, it was about church this morning, but it all fits together. But the same thing for you guys, when you're talking to these people about starting for $99, if you go into the conversation with like, oh, I know it's a lot of money, I'm sorry, like, I know it's like that, you're going to put those thoughts and those feelings and that energy onto them. I'm reading this book called The Emotion Code right now, and it's like the best thing I've ever read. But it's talking to you about, it was talking to me about like how emotions are energy. Like everything in this universe has energy associated with it. Your emotions that you have inside of you, just because they're invisible, just like electricity, doesn't mean they don't produce energy. Don't mean they don't produce like an output of some sort. And if you have your subconscious mind is thinking, this too much money, too much money, too much money, it's just because you probably don't feel like you're worthy enough, or you don't feel like you can recruit someone who is going to spend $99. And compared to, like he said, another business that does leggings that may be $5,000 to start, compared to opening up a brick and mortar store, of like opening up your own boutique at like a brick and mortar store and the rent you have to pay. Compared to those things, if you put that into your perspective, instead of thinking how you spent 39, right? Instead of your worth being down here, if you put it into perspective of, holy crap, I'm saving them thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Think about the overhead costs if you had to ship your own products. Think about the inventory if you had to stock your own products. Yep. You're getting all of that for $99. You're getting a website up and running. You're getting someone to ship products for you. You're getting someone to store products for you. Like all these things that would have overhead costs in a traditional brick and mortar business, you're getting for $99. That's insane. That's like a package of a lifetime. So have that mindset that it's a package of a lifetime, and what your conversations will portray that. Just do an experiment, guys. Like go into a conversation with a negative, like honestly feel like, oh, I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that. And then the next conversation be like, let's just see if she's right. And just be like, oh my God, everything's great. Everything's awesome. My mindset's right. You're going to see the difference. Even if it's the same scripts, your energy is going to go through so differently in those conversations because you're having that mindset and that perspective that it's amazing. But you have to first believe it. Otherwise you put those feelings onto people, right? Like I would pay $99 100 more times, 1,000 more times, 1,000,000 more times to get where I'm at now. And this business is more than just, you're getting some Skinny Brew samples with your $99. You're getting like a whole new mindset. You're getting a whole new you, right? That's priceless. That's priceless. And you're offering that to someone for only $99.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yes, to all of that. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm like, you got to invest in like getting to work for the first week or two, or maybe even 3 without even your first paycheck, you know? And I even posted in my team page talking about this Zoom. I'm like, people pay money. I would pay money to have people like Courtney and several other leaders to just taking their time to pour into us. And it's funny because this business, like you've literally explained in several different ways tonight, that it's literally so much about personal development. Like it does not matter. Like you take you everywhere you go, you pour from you into everything that you do. And so it's like, literally like somebody paid, whether it was $20, $39, $49, $69, $99, it doesn't matter. And they got started with this business. You get like all the things that Courtney was talking about, but then you also get like all of this, like, where do you go? I heard Jade say it on a video or something that I watched. She was like, welcome to the first place where everybody wants you to be successful. Like, welcome, like to the very first place ever that other people are willing to pour into you for free. And like, just, they genuinely want to like bring you up, And so like all the things that you said that you get for the $99 and the opportunity that it is, but like, just even becoming the vet, like, hello, like, like just becoming a better version, getting pushed to become a better version, getting shown how to become a better version. Like they just give you guys, like, I have notes here of like all the different, even resources, just simple ones that she's like, go here. And use this tool and it's going to help you level up over here and watch this, plug in here, like do this. And like you just said, like we aren't even on your team, and you're just here willing to show up, willing to be successful, willing to be committed, and to pour into other people. So it's like, welcome to literally like the best place on earth. So
like, also, like how does anyone expect to like receive blessings if you're not giving them yourself, right? So like honestly, when you guys you start for selfish reasons, right? Like honestly, everyone starts this business for selfish reasons, but you're going to learn over time that when you become selfless and you care more about other people, that's when your bank account's going to grow. Like it's literally, if you want to go diamond, you have to have someone that's emerald. You have to have someone that's ruby. You have to have executives under you. You have to have people that are making an income as well. So at the moment that you want to promote above, honestly, executive, right? Like, well, when you go executive, you still have 2 people under you. So at that moment, when you sign a distributor for the $99, right? The invaluable $99, you're going to be not just be doing this for yourself. It's for them.
Yep.
So you have to be pouring out the blessings that you want to receive. Like you have to, what did Mark say last week? Like make an ask out of yourself. Like you have to ask for the blessings. You have to ask for them to like, to appear, and you have to do the work on the other hand to get that.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So I know we kind of already talked about it, but with 2021 coming.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're setting goals. We're trying to set a vision. What would be your like, okay, you have somebody sitting in front of you and they're like, all right, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to set a vision for myself. I'm ready to set goals. I'm ready to like I'm ready to go all in. I'm ready to go all in with my business. I'm ready to go all in with my everything, so that way I can go. You were talking about like making sure that we set our non-negotiables and that we got like our systems up and like knowing where we're going to fit things in the nooks and crannies. Can you talk a little bit about like setting the vision for ourselves and like what that, like how to do that? Like for some people who are like, I literally like don't know how to do that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait. So where's this one? Okay. So this book is free online right now. It's called Goal Getters by Nicole Crank. If you literally just search, I think it's like you go to NicoleCranks.com, her website, you can find how to get goal getters for free. Guys, this book is, I only read like the first couple pages, but it's all about setting a goal and getting it, right? Not just set it and forget it. It's actually set it and get it. And she talks right in the beginning. We just read this today, so it's like so perfect. Everything's so perfect timing. This is where I learned about the bone and the dog and the steak. She's a really funny pastor, honestly. But she talks about, here's the step. Let me just get to the page.
You said it's not set it and forget it. It's set it and go get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah. Because we always say, okay, here it is. Okay. So she says the simple steps, right, for getting to any goal that you want in your life, right? So if that's going diamond, if that's going ambassador, if that's paying off debt, whatever that is for you, number one, you have to like create that vision. And like you were just saying, creating that vision stems from your why. And this was big for me because my why when I started this business, I thought was to travel more, and dog food and date nights. Like it was like these small things, right? Like it wasn't really my why. And it wasn't until like this year, honestly, that I poured really deep into my why and figured out like what fuels me, right? Like if I said, oh, you're going to travel more, like that's cool. That's temporary. You're like, I'm happy. But what actually is like your ticker? Like what would, if you like, I mean, it's really morbid when Jade says this, but it's a really good visual. But like if you had your like family or your dog or something in a burning house, like you'd run in there no matter what and get them, right? So like the same thing for this, like that's your why, if your family is your why, if your dog is your why, like if your significant other is your why, just think of like what you can do every day to like progressively have a better life with that person or with what is that why for you, right? It wasn't for me dog food and traveling. My why, like when I really dug in deep, was that I want to help women and men that are struggling with like self-worth and self-doubt to feel fulfilled. Like that is my why, because I for so long never had like, I didn't realize all the limiting things I had inside myself, all those limiting beliefs. And so I started to work on myself, but I never had someone when I was in high school be like, you can do this, you can do that. Like, you're worth this, you're worth that. Right. Like I had get a degree, do this, like do it by the status quo. never, I don't know if it just wasn't in my upbringing, right? Like for millennials, I don't know if anyone else is the same way. Like we weren't raised that way, right? But now this new generation, we're like raising entrepreneurs. We're like literally empowering people. And I love that. And this business gives me the tool that now someone who's in their 20s or in their 30s is struggling with like not feeling good enough. I can give them a business that now not just helps their bank account, but helps their mindset. So that's my why. So find your vision. Find why you want that. Why do you want Diamond? What is going to help you with? Write down a list of like 10 things that $2,000 a month will do for you. Write down a list of 10 things that being ambassador at $30,000 a month will do for you, right? Mentally, financially, like physically, like what are you going to be able to do more of? Are you going to have more time now to work out? Are you going to have more time now to travel, be with your family? Like they're going to be the consequences of the vision that you're setting. So you have to really be focused on what that vision's going to produce, right? Those small wins, as we were talking about earlier, those small wins are going to help you get to that big win of hitting that rank that you want or that money that you want, whatever that vision is for you. But just know what your tickers are. So number one is to get your vision. Number two is to architect a plan to get going. So you have the vision now, right? You have a vision board, you have like your goal of what you want by the end of next year, or maybe by summer, like what's that rank for you? What's that income for you? Now you need a plan of how to get going. So that's where I'd highly recommend maybe getting this book, because it's going to dig deeper into those things. But for me, if I know I want to go ambassador, I know by like March, I need 250,000 in volume, right? If you know you want to go diamond, you know you need 8,000 in volume by whatever month that is that you're setting the goal for. So break it down what you can do now, what you can do today, how many teammates do you need to bring in to your team to get to that rank? How many cleansing coffees do you have to sell to get to that goal of the month that you're setting, right? Like you have to break it down to small wins. So if you know you need 16 people on a diamond chart and you don't have anybody yet right now, and you want to go diamond by February, you know that each month you need to bring in like five to six people, right? At least 5 to 6 people to get to where your goal is by March. So break it down to those small wins and celebrate them along the way, because that's a huge thing. People stop celebrating small wins and then they feel discouraged. So when you get your 10 hosted posts up, when you get your TikTok made, when you get anything done like for your business that's going to get you towards your goals, jump up and down and throw a dance party for yourself. Like, I don't know, like play your favorite song, like find a small win, right? If you worked out every day, you ate healthy, and you worked your business every day for the entire week, on Sunday, have that ice cream sundae. I don't know, like do something that it sets a small win for you in your path that you know that is going to be like your little crumb on the way to hitting that feast that you're looking for. Zig and zag. Exactly. It's zig and zag method. So like as you're going in and out, you like are hitting those small wins. The same thing, I didn't say that earlier. And I meant to. I'm sorry, guys. I've said so many things. I don't even know where I'm going. But when you are going through like you missed a promotion, you missed something, and you're like feeling down, you're feeling discouraged, every time that you're climbing that next mountain, you're always going to be higher than where you were before, right? Just because you went down and you had a slow time and you're in a valley and I suffer with depression and anxiety. Like this year has been like really, like I had hard moments, but I had really great moments too. And every time that I found myself in that dark place, I know that as long as I hit that reset button and I keep like going up to that next win that I'm looking for, I'm always going to finish higher than where I was on the mountain before that. Like you're always, this ladder for success is like this, but no matter what, as long as you keep going, you're always going to end up higher than where you were a year from now, like a year prior, right? 5 years prior from here. Like the only way to not get to where you want to be in the next year is to just stop, right? I said that earlier. It's literally, that's the only way. If you just you have your vision so clear, you have your vision board. I put Post-it notes all over. So like when I was going presidential, it said, I am presidential. I am a great leader. I create value. I create abundance. Like money is coming in. I feel fulfilled. Like I put these Post-it notes all over my fridge, all over next to my toilet paper roll, on my bathroom sink. Like it was everywhere in my house because I wanted my vision to be so clear as I was going to that place. So make sure if that's something that you need to do, I think everyone should. If you want something by like next month, by like 2 months from now, if you want to feel happier, if you want to work out and be healthier, if you want to like whatever goal that is for you, if you see it every day, That's the point of a vision board. If you see it every day, you're going to actually do those things every day. If you have I am healthy on your fridge, you're not going to grab the potato chips, you're going to grab an apple. Like something that's like just mental, that once we see it, that now creates the abundance of like what we want in our life. So that was one vision, and have a plan, right? The next one's she'll show you the way to get results. So being committed before you even start to achieve on it, right? Like you have to be committed to the result, to the outcome. Like I was just saying, you have to be committed to what these small things that you do every day is going to produce. You have to know it. And if it's all tying together, it's all going to be clear for you. And then the last one, which we just said too, is get happy and celebrate along the way. Write down those small wins. Write down something that you can plan out once you hit that. When you enroll 2 distributors and 3 customers in the next 2 days, maybe have pizza night on Friday. I don't know, just plan something out that makes you happy, and then celebrate it. You have to make sure you're celebrating yourself. You do not need to wait for recognition from your upline. That was a huge thing too. My upline's going through a lot of different things this year. So she wasn't as present as she was in previous years. So I'm a super big into recognition. I would love someone to be like, good job, Courtney. You got your 15 hosts to post up. You got a TikTok exploding right now.
I do that.
I know. Thank you. Brett does that, but you don't need Brett, right? You don't need that person to be doing
all you guys up.
Yeah. I mean, if you want him to text you guys, it's fine, but you don't need that. As long as you're patting yourself on the back, Tony Robbins talks about that all the time, jumping up in the air, patting yourself on the back and doing a dance. Just know that you do not need anyone else to make you feel fulfilled. You can do it for yourself. And just start today. Be like, I release, right? As we're going into 2021, figure out what you want to release. I release negative energy. I release feeling depressed. I release anxiety. What are those things you need to release? And then what do you want to receive? And that's part of your vision. So I'm releasing anxiety, releasing depression, releasing frustration. I'm releasing being impatient, and I receive abundance. I receive love from everyone. I receive positivity. As long as you have those clear objectives of what you want in your life and you're heading into the new year, that's going to be everything, guys. It starts with your mind, and your mind's the most powerful organ on your body. Your brain is the most powerful organ on your body.
Oh my God, that was so good. I love that you just said release, releasing stuff, because sometimes most of my question to you was what would you have us do? What would you have us do? How do we do this? How do we do that to move into the next year? But it also could mean, you guys, what are you letting go of? What don't you want to bring into 2020? Or 2021? What do you want to leave into 2020? Anyways, you guys get the point. So what are you letting go of? You know what I mean? And actively saying it, just like you said, I am releasing blank. It's gone. There it is. Bye. It's going and it's gone. And now you are, like she said, I am creating abundance. I am open to abundance. I am patient. I am, money is flowing in and stuff like that. And creating those affirmations, I have them all over my house too, just like Courtney does, you guys, fridge, everywhere. Somebody that has probably never met me and came into my house, and they would see note cards posted up, post-it notes, things all over the place. They would be like, what? It's normal for me and everybody that comes in and out. But if somebody came in, they'd be like, what is going on here? And that's good. I'm glad they would be like that, because that means I'm trying to stay focused. She just said, your brain, our mind, you guys, is the biggest tool that we have. It's it's very, very powerful. And so I'm definitely going to be looking into that priming exercise, because I have not heard that. I've listened to a lot of different Tony Robbins stuff, but I haven't heard him say anything about the priming exercise. So I'm really excited to do that. This was so good, Courtney. Seriously, so good. I know we've kept you over a little bit now, so sorry about that. But
there's no family call tonight. We're good.
Yeah. So I'm really thankful for you to be on here. Seriously, I know that a lot of this was meant to be said, and I didn't even ask you if you wanted to know the questions first, but I love just hopping in and just being authentic, you guys. And it just shows you that, I'm sure a lot of us related to a lot of things Courtney said, and here she is about to be ambassador pretty soon, and it's crazy what you can do with this business, with this opportunity, with the tools that they give us, but all the other things that all the top leaders give us as well, and all of that encouragement. And I'm so excited to go into 2021 and just freaking rock it, because if you weren't here, like she said, when we came out with keto coffee, like, y'all, okay, keto coffee and skinny brew and all that was a game changer. Like, people were obviously going ambassador and black diamond well before keto coffee, but when it came, like, how much faster and how just so much of a boom. And she's saying it's going to be just like that. We already have the keto coffee, we already have the skinny brew, we already have the sleepy tea and everything else, and now she's saying that there's going to be something equivalent, okay, to come to help us boom our business. So it's definitely the time to decide what you're releasing and what you're going to now make the new habits and what you're going to set your vision on for 2021, and to go all in and just show up as the best you every single day, and just go for it. Because like she said, you guys, we're all worthy of this. We are all worthy of this. We're no longer going to think like that anymore. Like, we're leaving that in 2020. We're leaving the unworthiness into 2020, and we're taking, control. That's what we're doing. So Courtney, I truly, truly appreciate you. If there's any last thing that you want to throw out there, it's totally up to you. No pressure.
I mean, honestly, this whole time I'm like, you guys got to go make TikToks. So I'm thinking, I don't know why this is in my head, but you have to go make TikToks. If you're not on TikTok, guys, you have to be doing it. You have to be doing it. You have to be doing it. I've signed 46 distributors this month from one TikTok video. And a bunch of them have been in the last week when it's $99, because we're creating value here. You have to literally, I make 3 TikToks a night. So right now, as you're heading into like releasing and receiving, you're going to receive abundance, and you're going to start with using a platform that's exploding right now for everybody. So I make 3 TikToks a night. I post them after 8 p.m. Right. So after 8 p.m., 3 TikToks a night. I usually, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Kenzie, real quick, before we forget, can you please, when you get done saying what you're saying, tell us what you're saying to people when you're signing them up? I would love to know.
Oh, wait, I can sign it on my phone and send it. I use, Montana Long, how she's like signed in with distributors. So I basically use what she's doing, what her wording was. And I kind of tweaked it a little bit to fit me. Let me log into the Zoom real quick so I can get on. What is
I forgot. I was going to ask you I was going to have you touch on what your daily, like your specific KPIs and things like that are.
Yeah.
And so, we got, talking about other good stuff. So we didn't get to that, but, yes, you guys, TikTok, I'm not no like crazy pro at it, but all the distributors that I have been enrolling have been coming from TikTok. And I know it can be like scary to get yourself out there. It was really weird because I'm like, it's a whole new app. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I thought it was for like a bunch of young people, but I'm thinking pretty much everybody has gotten the idea that it's not for like teenagers anymore. There's a whole algorithm for people that are just like you. And it's like, it's consistency. And one thing that I've found, like I said, I'm not like a pro at TikTok or by any means, but because everybody has said like different kind of things, but the similarities of what I'm getting from everybody is just being consistent every single day with it, and then having at least 3 videos every day. Like, some people are saying 3, some people are saying 5, some people are saying follow the Eastern Standard Time recommended things, some people are saying just do it after 8. Like, but I think at least number 1, you guys, is being consistent and doing it every day. Like, and that, but anyways, go ahead. I know you guys.
That's a huge thing. Like, some days you're right. Like, some days we have like 10, because we're usually on the road now. So I can make a video about a restaurant that we went to, or like an event that we did, or something content wise. So find what is that for you? Like, are you a mom? Can you do like mom hacks? Can you do like life hacks if you're just a person who lives by themselves? Like, oh, let me go make this laundry soap and put it on my TikTok. Put in things that are just like creating content, and then mix in business videos. Like, that's all that we do. Is I try to do, if you like follow me on TikTok, I literally try, it's traveling with CVA everything, by the way. But if you guys, you can recreate every video I do. I get a lot of ideas from other people, and then I just started making up my own. The simplest videos of like, hey, let's go work on social media. I don't know, like something like that, like blow up. The one that's blowing up right now for us, we actually did a video outside of Jade's house on Thanksgiving, and now I'm having people comment. That was like a huge thing too, saying follow me and comment cash, right? So you can inbox them on TikTok, and I inbox them this, which comes from Montana. And I have that one video that's at like 6,600 comments right now. So I've only gotten back to 2,000 of them, right? Like I've only been able to get back to 2,000 of them, but I'm going through it. It just takes one video, and I do 3 to 10, usually 3 a night. Sometimes I post during the day just because I love a video so much that I just want to post it right when I make it. If you are busy, like I know there's people working full time, everyone like super busy here too. If you're super busy, I was just telling my mom, like, make TikToks on Sunday. Oh, you didn't do that today. Make your TikToks.
Got it.
So make TikToks on Sundays, and like, just don't put the words on it and everything. Just like literally stand there and point. You don't even have to dance. I don't dance. Like, I don't dance well, at least. You don't even have to point. You can just like, I mean, you can just point and like fill in the words later. So find like a trending viral song, use your own audio. Sometimes that works. And then for my videos, I hashtag like 1 or 2, maybe sometimes usually 1, trending hashtag. So like whatever has a fire next to it or like a thumbs up next to it, I use one of those when you go to post the video. And then I do things based on me and what I want to, the people I want to attract. So like moms of TikTok, if you want to do that, dog mom, like travel life, RV life, like I do things like that to over 30, like things like that for people to attract. You want to be unique. And you don't want to just do like hashtag FYP, hashtag viral. Like you don't want to do things like that. You want to actually be hashtagging the people that you want to get the video out to, right? Like other people like you. So you can batch them on Sunday and then post them like every night during the week. Once you have over 1,000 followers, you can go live. And that's a huge thing. Like if every time I go live, which I need to do more of it, I just don't like it for some reason, but on TikTok, I just don't like it. People are weird. But I'm on TikTok for like maybe 30 to 40 minutes live. And I talk about my story, and every single time that I do it, I get people to text me. I say like text TikTok to my phone number, or I get people to inbox me on Instagram, and I've signed people up from going live. So to get 1,000 followers, you just need to be consistent every day and push that content out. So I send this message when people comment cash on my videos. And lately I've been doing fill out the influencer application in my bio because I'm still working through that one video. And I just like, I can't, there's not like a million of me to be able to get back to people. So you can use your application in your bio or have them message you on Instagram. And then once they go over to my Instagram, they follow me. So my following is going up on Instagram a lot, which is great. And then I send this, which is going to look all jumbled together right now on Zoom. Sorry about that, guys, but it's literally what Montana sends. I tweaked it to fit me. And then people say yes back to that. And then I go right into this. It looks long as heck, but for some reason it works. I don't know why. It just works well. And I usually go against like long messages like this, but it hits on all the points. It tells them they have to be hardworking, which is a huge thing that I've noticed has changed the game for when you have a distributor sign up. They already know they have to actually work. And that's like a big thing. Like they don't come into it thinking it's easy money. Like they actually have to work at it. And then if they don't answer that, like say like anyone I talked to yesterday hasn't answered it yet, I'll send something like this. And I'll tell them that it includes the 10-day training, right? The units tab I was talking about earlier, and then samples of the skinny coffee. But that's it. That's the entire message. And that's all I really do. Best tips for that, if you guys, when you're talking to distributors, it's more personable than just a customer conversation. So in between those messages, if you send a quick voice message so they know you're real, like, oh my gosh, I just saw your picture of your dog, how cute, love it, like I have a dog too, just like find something you connect with them in between. After the how's it sound, I send a voice clip in there to try to like make it more authentic, to like hey, I'm real. But that's it. Post as many TikToks as you possibly can and just have fun with it. It's really fun platform. Like go wild and post it on Reels after, like right away. Go post it on Reels.
Are you posting all of yours on Reels, or are you just like picking one from that and posting it?
Anything under 30 seconds, because you can't do anything over 30 seconds on Reels right now. So like anything under like I'm so pissed like that my viral video on TikTok is 60 seconds because I can't put it on Reels. But once Reels opens it up to 60 seconds, which hopefully they'll do because they went from 15 to 30, that was great. So when they do 60 seconds, I'm putting all of them. But a lot of my videos are 60 seconds, unfortunately.
Okay. I had a couple questions, but you pretty much answered all of them. I was going to say, do you use an influencer application and all like that? And I honestly, like, I need to go live because in my mind, like, I knew you could go live, but in my mind, I'm like, what am I going to go live about? Which is making me feel really dumb right now because I'm like, what do you mean? What can you go live about? And you were like, I go live about my story. Hello, like, why am I not going live about my story? So that, I do know what the other question was. So before you, Kim's like, I didn't know it's on. Okay,
Go live.
Before this month that you started, is this the first month that you've enrolled the most distributors from TikTok?
From TikTok, yeah, last month and this month.
Okay, so when you first started, I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, but when you first started, like getting like super consistent with TikTok and everything, and you were enrolling a lot of distributors, do you know about how many followers that you had on there?
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly the number because it was October 16th. We full-time traveled in our RV, and I had about like, I don't know, 2,000 followers, something. It wasn't crazy. And we went from that to 25,000 in a day from one video about our RV. So like, it's literally can be the smallest thing, guys, like the smallest video that just like increases your followers. I have noticed that followers don't really even matter, honestly, on TikTok. As long as your video ends up on the For You page, it's going to be everything. So that's why you want to create as much as you possibly can. Yes, it's great to have followers because they're going to get notified when you're live and things like that. But after that was October 16th. By just now, like 2 weeks ago, we hit 100,000. So it took about a month and a half to go from like a small amount of followers to over 100,000 followers. And that's just honestly because we're consistent posting every single day.
Well, and that's why I asked if you knew that, because, oops, shoot, I just got the 10, my phone is at 10%. But that's why I asked, because it's like, some people feel like they're like, kind of don't get that urge to start because they're like, oh, it's like they look, oh, you have this many followers, that's why you're signing that many. No, like, it's kind of like the following gauge on TikTok is almost like it just doesn't apply really, because it's just like, yo, you can sign like 10 distributors with 500 followers, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like really a measuring tactic or whatever you want to call it.
Nope.
With your followers on TikTok.
Yeah, and like if you have, I think it's 1,000 too, but there's like this button in your top right corner, like you can click, it's like creator, it says account or something, and there's like some section on your TikTok that shows you your analytics, and I'm pretty sure it's over 1,000 followers. You can look at that, and it will show you who's online at what time, what the majority of your followers are, people viewing your videos. So that's been really good. That helped me realize that my videos are great after 8 p.m. because there's there's actually something on your TikTok that will show you. Let me actually tell you guys so you can look, but it's up in the top right. Oops. So if you go to your homepage on TikTok, you hit those 3 dots in the top right, you hit creator, and then you hit analytics. And then it gives you this page. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me turn my brightness down. It gives you this page and it shows you like your followers, everything like that. And there is a section called followers, and it actually shows you like majority female and then United States. And then it actually gives you times and days of the week that your videos best perform.
Oh, so, wow. Okay.
So yeah, that's good. Oh, now mine says 9 p.m. So that's how I became doing them after 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. whatever.
That is perfect. Yes. Okay. So I'm definitely glad that we touched on TikTok, because I feel like just so many people are afraid to like get going, you know, that there's a lot of people that are afraid to get going. But what's really cool, you guys, is that if you've seen a top leader, even on Pam's calls, or Courtney, for a perfect example right here of like, you know, signing this many distributors or whatever, it's not like they all started TikTok not too long ago with 0 followers, with not even knowing how the app worked, with not even knowing like anything. And so it's so cool, because that means it's literally even playing field for everyone. Brand new distributor, somebody who has been on you know what I mean? Like, it's just like a level playing field for every single person. And so, and you don't have to be any type of, it's not like, I don't want to like knock Instagram, of course, at all, so don't take this that way, but Instagram is more of like they want you to have the nice edited pictures, preferably to catch people's eyes and stuff like that. Where TikTok, you can literally be picking your nose and your video will go front. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter.
Like the videos
So,
I did tonight, I look like this. I just got a shower, guys. I have no makeup on. My face is like red. I don't even care. Like, I'm wearing an Eagles t-shirt of his. Like, I just did 2 videos with this shirt on and no makeup, and I don't care because no one's paying attention to that. They're paying attention to what value like I'm creating with my words on the video. Like, they're like, oh wait, I can make money. Like, how do I do that? That's it for like doing business videos. You don't have to like, I mean, Sabrina's really good at showing us how to do some dances, but I don't need to do that every day to like be able to create following, right? Like I said, it's one video. The video that exploded for me is me sharing my story. So like you guys can, story, back to story, guys, like 60 seconds, make a TikTok saying 4 years ago, I started this business for my social media. I already like know what I said, but that's what I said. I just talked about how no experience, no network, and I was able to do that. And that's it. And that one exploded. So just keep sharing your story, creating value. What are you looking at?
This was so good. Okay.
I was like, what did I miss?
Kim asked if you can drop your TikTok.
Yeah, I was typing it. I was like, I don't know what are you doing. But yeah, like just go make them and like just have fun with it. Like 8 seconds of the video we did earlier tonight. Like it's
and like you said, you got like follow Courtney, follow anybody on TikTok that's doing the things and just recreate them. It's literally like just copying the cats that are doing it right, and then you're just recreating it. Like you almost, if it's not telling their complete story, like Courtney was just saying, you literally can almost recreate the exact same video with the exact same wording, and it's just you know, depending on what the video is. But like it's so simple and literally 15 seconds. So that's something that I'm going to start doing, is like picking a day and like doing a bunch of them. So that way I can just like roll them out really, really, really easy. So
I've reposted videos. I've noticed that works. If you save a video, you can save it as like a live photo from your TikTok. And then in your camera roll, you guys crop it, right? So you can crop out the TikTok symbol and save it as a video in your camera roll. And then you can actually go back and repost it. If it doesn't do well, like you're like, oh my God, I love this video. Why am I only getting like 20 views? You can actually just test out your theory about the time. So when we were at Jade's house, we were sitting there for a whole night, like figuring out like what was best to get people to see our video, and saying, follow me and comment cash for information was the secret sauce for TikTok. Because think about it. If you have people on your videos, like wanting information, if they're commenting cash, it's going to boost it on the For You page because people are commenting and watching the entire video and liking it, right? So that was the big difference there. We posted the same video. We did like a A/B algorithm. I don't know if anyone has like analytics, but like in marketing analytics, you had A and B testing. So you would do like 2 different ads, same things, just change up the caption or something and see which one performs better. Do that with your TikToks. Do one saying fill out my influencer application and post one right after saying comment cash and follow me for information, and see which one does better. And you can do it at different times of the day and see what's best for you. And then it's fine. Who cares if you have multiple videos on your TikTok? No one's actually going through your profile and being like, oh, look at her posting the same video again 2 weeks later. Like no one does that. I repost the same videos all the time. So just like see what works best for you.
Yes, this is so good. This was so good, Courtney. I appreciate you so much. Seriously.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yes, I like seriously, like we really appreciate it. You guys, Courtney is amazing. If you did not catch it from this dang Zoom, I'll probably even go watch some of the replay on it too, because it was really good. And thank you to Brett for piping in and sharing his tips. I know that people needed to hear those as well. And thank you guys for plugging in right now, like plugging in and showing up and being committed and being disciplined and dedicated into your business. And take all of this and go back and share it with your teams that weren't on, and let them know what they missed, or tell them that they need to catch the recording because this was really good. So happy Sunday, you guys. Let's all get ready for Tuesday, right? The 29th is Tuesday.
Yep.
I'm losing track of the date. So yes, Tuesday.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yes. Thank you so much, Courtney. We appreciate it.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Put your fucking hands up.